Hello, Thornton Darts here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a pricing guide of custom made darts once we have designed them with you. So hopefully you've already seen the custom design package video. If not, I'll link it in the description below. However, as you can see on the bottom right hand corner of the screen, there'll be a few designs popping around in a slideshow. This is where I work with you guys to get a design made up, a dart that you're happy with. And this video is going to be about, once we've got that design you're happy with, how much is it going to cost to get those made. So I've got a few examples and we'll take you through those now and give you a good idea on cost. Okay, so first up I just want to explain to you about the cost of darts and why it can vary and why I can't just give everyone a set price to say this is how much custom made darts cost. And it's because everyone likes different things. So I've worked with a lot of people and someone will like a rub cross barrel, nothing too fancy, just a couple of ring grooves on, or someone might like something really complex. Lots of milled cuts on there, maybe there's dual coatings, a single coating, and obviously the prices to do that are going to vary. So it's always good to get an understanding of what you're looking for to give a good indication on cost. So now with that in mind, I can hopefully now give you a few examples of those darts that are simple and complex and give you a bit more of a price guide between that. But first I want to talk to you a little bit about the way that people usually order darts. Now I tend to encourage people to order 5 sets of darts, as you can see on the screen here. And the reason behind that is because of the bulk discount. Now, one set of darts can cost around the £100 mark. For something more complex, it could go up to the £160 mark. However, with that in mind, the bulk discount starts at 5 sets. 5 sets can start from around £200. So that dart that costs one set for £100, it's going to be virtually the same price if you order 5 sets than it is if you order 2 sets. And it's more efficient for the factory to make those 5 sets because they're continuously making the same dart. So with that in mind, now you were looking at one set of darts, 2 sets of darts for around £100 each. You are now looking at 5 sets of darts for the £200 roughly mark, starting at around £40 each. Now the difference in value there is great. Now you might be thinking I don't need 5 sets, but the value is just so good you may as well have them for spares, or if there's people down the pub that like your darts, you can sell them some spare sets to them to get some of your money back. Or also when I post darts on social media, I will post the design versus the finished product. There's always someone in the comments that would love to buy those darts. If you see that response, you can also sell some of your darts to those people on social media and get you some of that money back spent on the darts themselves. So it's a great little idea, and that's why I encourage a lot of people to get the 5 sets. Okay, so now let's give you a few of those examples. When I say a simpler design, what I mean by that is like the ones on the screen where it's just a fairly simple ring cut, for example, where there's no excessive milled cuts in there or there's not coatings on there. It's a very simple barrel, maybe a little bit of paint in there, your own initials for example. That is going to be the lower end of the price packet, so around the £200 for the 5 sets. These are those simple type designs. Now as we start to get more complex, we usually look at coatings, for example. Here the grips themselves aren't too complex, but when we're looking at coatings, they often have to be sent away to be coated and then come back and are often remachined. So for example, the darts on the left will mainly be fully coated gold and then come back to remachine and leave those silver parts at the bottom. Same with the darts on the right, they're going to be sent off for the 2 different coatings and then remachined in that middle part to leave the silver. Now for the 5 sets of these, you're going to be looking closer towards maybe the £250 for the 5 set mark. But if you think about it on the market for these sort of coated darts, you're probably going to be looking at around the £50, £60, £70 mark anyways. So why not make them yours than pay for another player's darts? Now last but not least, we have those more complex darts. Now for example, the darts on the right hand side, they have got a lot of intricate cuts in, different size tooling to make those cuts. They've been coated, and then to leave the silver they come back from the factory and go through more machining. That's going to take quite a long time to do. Dart on the left is similar, there's milled cuts in there, which is a different type of tooling. Same with the top, and it has 2 different coatings on there also. So these would be the higher end of the pricing bracket, maybe towards the 280 for the 5 sets, maybe 300 approximately. But as I say, this is why I say that every design is different. You could fit within these brackets, higher or lower, and that's why it's good to understand your design. So hopefully after seeing those few examples now, we can get a bit more of an understanding on cost and why it's very hard to price something quite generically. You know, how much are custom darts? We really do need to take a look into your design to give you a better price, but hopefully this video will also do a bit of that for you. And also that getting to that 5 set minimum order really does add value when you're looking to purchase darts, because as you say, these complex darts on your screen can cost around £160 each. But when you go to look at the 5 set discount, as we discussed, 5 sets is going to be cheaper than 2 or 3 sets in these scenarios, so it really is worth considering. So thanks for listening, guys. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact me via my social medias. I will put that in the description below, and I look forward to working with you guys in getting your darts made. So hopefully I'll catch you soon, and bye.